Walking all the day near tall towers where falcons build their nests. Silver-winged they fly, they know the call of freedom in their breasts. Saw black head against the sky, with twisted rocks they run down to the sea. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Talking all the day with true friends who try to make you stay, telling jokes and news and singing songs to pass the time away. Watch the Galway salmon run like silver dancing, darting in the sun. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Drinking all the day in old pubs where fiddlers love to play. Someone touched a bow and played a reel that seemed so grand and gay. Stood on Dingle Beach and cast in wild foam I found Atlantic bass. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Dreaming the night, I see the land where no one has to fight. Waking in the dawn, I see you crying in the morning light. Lying where the falcons fly, they twist and turn in the rare blue sky. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland.
Fáilte agus díomh go léir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Kathleen O'Neill, along with our friend here, Bruce Smith, on the boards, inviting you to 2 hours of Irish music, news, and announcement on Detroit Irish Radio at 𝐾𝐸Radio.com. We're in Studio 2 every Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. You can give us a call if you have information to share at 313-942-0159. And also let your family members and friends know that we are no longer on the AM radio channel, but now on the internet. Once again, that is crbradio.com, where we're joining a number of other wonderful shows. From Friday through Monday, there are 5 Irish programs, and we'll be sharing more about each of those different groups or names of the people and how you can get connected as well. But just know it's all on the internet. We also post our programs to Detroit Irish Radio Facebook after the show airs, and it is also, you can listen via the Gaelic League of Detroit.org website on the radio page now or later. Those shows are also archived as well as on crbradio.com. But we thank you for tuning in today. We started with Song for Ireland, being sung by our good friend Paddy Riley. And today we are going to be listening to songs, or the theme is Protecting Our World, as we just had Earth Day the other day. And we also had a wonderful presentation this past week with Magan. Thank you, Bruce. Magan. Oh, my goodness. Nothing like...
It's okay. It's easy to get tongue-tied.
Yeah, but you shouldn't on people's names. That's a no-no. So today we're going to be listening to a lot of different songs that kind of connect with Earth Day and us taking care of our environment. But I also want to remind you of a few different events that are happening today as we broadcast from the Gaelic League Irish American Club. We will be seeing people gather as we near the end of our program, because today is Pub Quiz Sunday, normally the third Sunday of the month, but of course the third Sunday was Easter, so we're having it today. It begins at 4 o'clock. All are welcome to come on down. You can bring a team up to 5 members on your team, or come on down and join a team. And we always look forward to those that come in and join a group of 3 or 4. You really do add to the group, whether you believe it or not. Everyone knows something, and lots of times it's more than than I know. But that starts at 4. The admission is $5, and we look forward to Sheila Maloney and Marie Heinzman and all the various questions that they will be asking us. A bit of trivia, fun afternoon, and you absolutely learn some new things and also enjoy the company of other people. The other event that's happening today starts at 3 o'clock. It's a preview party for the Motor City Irish Fest. This is happening at Dunleavy's Downriver, which is at 6004 Allen Road in Allen Park. And it's the northeast corner of Allen Road and Southfield Road. Starts at 3 p.m. There will be continuous live entertainment, free admission, plenty of raffles, wonderful raffles, and food, drink, and merchandise available to purchase. Just a little reminder that that festival is happening, the Motor City Irish Fest, on June 10th, 11th, and 12th out at Greenmead Historical Park in Livonia. So if you're looking for something to do today, you have a couple options, and you're going to be supporting some wonderful Irish events in doing so. So let's get started on some of this music, and I'm going to say La Bracha Hana to those celebrating birthdays this week and anticipating a few phone calls. So today we have Sean Rudy celebrating his birthday. Tuesday, P.J. Berryman, Stacy Blair, Frankie Keating, and Bob Munt all celebrate a birthday. Wednesday is Angela Davis and Bobby Hudson. Thursday, my cousin Linda Tynan celebrates her birthday. Friday, Patrick Kinsella and Eamon McNulty celebrate a birthday. And Saturday is Mrs. Kathleen Trainer's birthday. So very happy birthday to all of them. And I want to also wish a very welcome to the Irish community. Lucy Gray Rubel was born on April 12th. She is the daughter of Maddie and Justin Rubel, and her grandparents are Jill and Mike Rubel. So congratulations to Justin and Maddie and their daughter. They do have a son, Jack, whose birthday I did miss, but I won't anymore, and that's Jack Rubel's turned a big 2-year-old on April 12th. So to all of you, we wish you the very best. Have a great day. It's beautiful here in Detroit, and looking forward to a good year ahead. We're going to hear a song by the Mahers. This is a father and his daughters singing a song about the earth, and don't have their names right handy. We will get them for you. But it is the lullaby for the world. And then followed up with Pádraig Cahill, a sensation in Ireland, in Dublin, on Grafton Street in Busker, with I Won't Give Up. Enjoy.
Last night in my sleeping, the world came to me and laid all its sorrows before me. With eyes filled with weeping at what it did see, the world told its sad, sad story.
My skies, they are bleeding, my rivers run red, my great snows are all disappearing. My forest not breathing, my children lie dead, the end of my days now is nearing.
Now hush, bye-bye world, hush, don't you cry, we'll do what you need us to do. No need to sing you a sad lullaby, tomorrow we'll make a new world, and we'll do it for you.
You've taken my oceans, my valleys, my streams, and all that I gave to your keeping. My people are broken, you've taken their dreams, so how can I not keep from weeping?
Now hush, bye-bye world, hush, don't you cry, we'll do what you need us to do. No need to sing you a sad lullaby, tomorrow we'll make a new world, and we'll do it for you. Now hush, bye-bye world, hush, don't you cry, we'll do what you need us to do.
What you have to do.
No need to sing you a sad lullaby, tomorrow we'll make a new world, Now hush, bye-bye world, hush, don't you cry, we'll do what you need us to do.
What you have to do.
No need to sing you a sad lullaby, tomorrow we'll make a new world, we'll make a new world, we can make a new world, we can make a new world, we're gonna make a new world, and we'll do it for you.
When I look into your eyes, it's like I'm watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much they hold, and just like them old that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? But I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. God knows we're worth it. When you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. Someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. The difference is they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. Giving you all my love. Still looking up, still looking up. No, I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough, He does. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, I mentioned I was going to give you the names of these lovely little girls. Rudy, Stacy, and Robin are sisters. Their father, Dave, they're from County Kildare, that sang that lullaby for the world, and it was released for Earth Day of 2021, so in place for this year. So with me now is our good friend Pork Egan. Pork, are you able to hear me all right?
Yeah, Kathleen, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Wasn't able to hear you very good from New York last weekend, but
It was a little rough, huh? But boy, it sounded like you were in a big crowd and it was exciting.
well, it was. So yeah, back from the Big Apple, and I'll speak about last weekend in a few minutes. The All-Ireland football All-Ireland championships, both football and hurling, are now in full swing. And because the All-Ireland finals are being brought forward to late July this year instead of September, it'll be a more condensed championship. There'll be pretty much important games every weekend. And I'll mention some of the games, not the scores, but some of the games this weekend, and maybe some of your listeners might be familiar with the different counties. In football, Donegal beat Armagh, Louth hammered Carlow, Wexford over Offaly, Wicklow beat Laois, Cavan trounced Antrim, and minutes ago, just before your show, Galway beat Mayo in the Connacht Championship by a single point. In hurling, big surprise, Clare beat Tipperary, which I think was probably the biggest surprise of the weekend in hurling. Dublin over Wexford, and Limerick, the All-Ireland champions, beat Waterford. So that's what's happening. And back to New York for last weekend. It's always a exciting time to go into a big bustling city. It's actually somewhat challenging, I have to say. you go from a kind of a quiet place, and next thing you're in Times Square. You realise, this is out of my comfort zone. But the one thing you're always aware of in New York is the Irish influence and the high regard for the Irish people. It's always a reminder, the great Irish generations have came before us and left such a proud legacy. As I walked around Times Square and Broadway, and you see these terrific buildings. It's a reminder of the hard-working, honest Irish immigrants who would have worked in those buildings many years ago. And when you're getting a coffee or entering the subway system, it's not unusual to hear an Irish voice. And indeed, it's a home from home, even now for many Irish people. So the game itself, Sligo were the favourites because of all the games that played this year, and the fact that they're kind of in one area it's easier for them to train. Logistically, it's difficult for New York for the players to get together. They hadn't actually played a championship game since 2019 because of the virus. And so, but actually, I think the New York team, even though they lost, I think they really won the admiration of the fans at the game. There's about 6 American-born players on the team, and with like just a few minutes left, the teams are level, and could have probably gone anyway. So, Kathleen, if you have that clip that I sent, it's just like really the last minutes of the game, and it'll kind of sum up the day somewhat.
All right, we'll take a listen to this now, and that's New York versus Sligo, right?
Oh, and by the way, Sligo don't win too many games, so when they do, we have to play something, Not very exciting clip, but hey, they won, so that's why we have to play it.
They came to America and they showed how it's played, right?
There you go.
All right, let's have a listen.
Coming forward, left-footed, and sweeps it in. That's lovely. And a lovely turn there by Varley. This could be a chance for New York. Opens up for Medine. And Medine off the upright. Oh, lucky bounce. Conan Marin. Brilliant mark. I think Sligo now, they just need to see this one out, and they are home and dry. Pat Spillane moving forward. He's done well here. Shows a clean pair of legs and plays in Paddy O'Connor now just to settle it down. And Sligo have gotten over the line here. That's surely the score that takes them through to the Connacht semi-final. Johnny Glynn has gone into full forward, tries to win possession. That's tidied up beautifully though by Sligo. And there indeed is the final whistle. And Sligo have, while getting a big scare here, Pat Spillane, they have won this game.
Won it by 4 points, and just credit to the two teams involved. We've got a great afternoon's entertainment, great football, a great day for the GA New York, a great day for the GA, and I hope the viewers at home enjoyed it, because we did.
Sligo are through to meet Roscommon, 116 to 15 point winners. New York head for the 𝐶𝐞𝐭 Cup.
All right, how exciting. Now, where was this played, Pork?
Yeah, Kathleen, it's in the Gaelic Park, which it's kind of it's in the Bronx, of course, close to Woodlawn Heights. It's kind of Manhattan. It's in the grounds of Manhattan College, and I guess it seems that Gaelic football has been played there for many years. It's a lot of tradition in that area. There's a couple of things, Kathleen, from that clip I should mention. First of all, if you've heard the name Pat Spillane on the Sligo team, and Pat Spillane is definitely not a Sligo name. Actually, his father, who was commentating in that game, is a very famous father from Kerry. He's on RTE TV on a weekly basis. He won 6 All-Ireland finals, so you say, well, why would Pat Spillane be on the Sligo team? Well, his mother is from Sligo, and because of that he was eligible to play for Sligo, and so he transferred earlier this year. Those kind of transfers happen rarely, actually. I shouldn't say rarely, but they don't happen that much in the GAA. But we're very happy to welcome a Kerry player to Sligo.
I was going to say, and what's the opportunity for him? More chances to play, or?
Well, possibly, but it's all, I suppose we're all have an affinity for which counties our parents come from. So his father's from Kerry. He lives in Dublin. It's a long trip down to Kerry from Dublin, and then his mother is from Sligo. So that's the only time, I think I mentioned it many times before, you have to play with your club that you're born in, or the county that you're born in, unless you either move to a different place or you work in a different place. And so there's not that many transfers, but this is one that we welcome anyhow in Sligo. There was another thing on that clip there, and at the end of the clip, it mentioned about how New York will play in the Tailteann Cup, and this is actually a brand new competition that has started this year. It's for teams like New York, who are already beaten in the championship. So any of the lower ranked teams, if they lose in the All Ireland series, and I mentioned already some teams that have lost, those teams now go into a second tier competition called the Tailteann Cup. It's the first time we've ever heard of it, first time it's ever happened, and it's going to give these teams, these lower ranked teams, the opportunity to win something big this year. And so this might be a competition that will actually become just as big as the All Ireland, and hopefully it will, because quite simply, some of the smaller counties with less players and so on are not going to win an All Ireland championship in the foreseeable future. So now they have something to aim for in the event that they get knocked out of the All Ireland competition.
Well, very good. That's exciting too, isn't it?
No, I think it's a great move. Okay. So, all right, Kathleen, well, that's it. I'll be back to you with local news and so on in the next couple of weeks. I heard you're having some music on Earth Day, and don't really have an Earth Day song, but the group called Clannad, they're from further up the country, north of Sligo and Donegal, and Clannad have been around for many, many years, and they play music, I suppose, that is kind of has that kind of a new age, earthy kind of feel to it. It's been around for maybe 35 years, so maybe we could play that for our song for today.
I appreciate the effort, and what a nice choice. I did a little research on this Celtic Dream, and it says the lyrics referring to the myths and legends of living 10,000 years ago, and a chorus recalling the band's early days in Donegal is so appropriate. We do want this earth, this world. We certainly won't be here, but to survive many more thousands of years. So thank you. And I think they received an award recently, 50 years of celebrating their career. So very famous. And so, Kathleen, so 2 weeks to your 25th anniversary celebration, I think, right? The 20th, is that May 7th? Yes, it's a Saturday night.
7th. So,
yeah,
I'll be back to you before then, but looking forward, that should be a good night.
Oh, it's going to be a fabulous night. We've got some great entertainment lined up with Mick Gavin and Friends, and Endon Riley, and our Don Academy of Irish Dancers, the Dalloway family, and I'm missing some group from Ann Arbor, some musicians. So it's going to be a fun night, and of course, just getting together and enjoying music and socializing and reminiscing. I want all those that have been a part of the radio program for the past 25 years, and there's many people out there that have either called in, been guests in the studio, or have sat in as hosts, provided music. Someone like you, Pork, that have for years been supplying information in regards to mainly GA sports. All of us have made that show happen. It wouldn't have happened had we not had the contributions of so many. So looking forward to everyone gathering. We have some pictures of some people, but if you have some story to tell or pictures to share, bring them that night. We'll be celebrating with cake and soda bread and whatever beverage. There will be a cash bar. So looking forward to it. And those of you that don't know Pork, he'll be here. You can meet him and maybe share a bit of news that Porter can pass on to us, or how you can to get involved?
Yeah, well, Kathleen, no, I'll try to. We'll try and get as many of the young and older GA people down there. So we'll try to make it a good night for everybody.
Excellent.
So
yep.
Hopefully we'll see you all down there.
All right. That sounds like a plan. So with that, we're going to have a Celtic Dream with Clana. So thanks, Pork. God bless.
Thank you.
Beneath the mountains in the mist, shining light rising northwest, where ancient kings ruled the land, heroes lost and won.
Voices echo through the glen, where secrets come alive, into the wild woods and sacred groves.
It was a Celtic dream.
That was such a long time ago. We didn't have a care in the world. Imaginations running wild. It was just a Celtic dream. Down the path of a hallowed place, where music comes alive, where pipes and drums, all the dancing is done by the candlelight. That was such a long time ago. We didn't have a care in the world. Imaginations running wild. It was just a Celtic dream. It was just a Celtic dream.
All right. Just a little reminder, you are listening to 𝐾Radio.com. We broadcast here every Sunday from 1 to 3. And as I mentioned, there are 4 other Irish programs that you can listen to on this same website, internet, whatever we're streaming. Platform. There you go. Thanks, Bruce. On Friday nights, we have Friday Night Falcha with Bobby Brooks from 4 to 7 p.m. On Saturday, Emerald Isle Express from 1 to 4 p.m. with Matt O'Donnell. On Sunday mornings, right before us, we have the Rebel Rooster with Johnny Costello. He's on from 10 a.m. to noon. And then, of course, Detroit Irish Radio is from 1 to 3. And then on Monday, the Irish Music Cafe with our good friend Patrick Johnson, who got us all on board this wonderful green wave, has his program from 4 to 6 p.m. So thanks to Pat, thanks to Cave Radio Broadcasting, and thanks to you, our listeners, for tuning in and enjoying the music as we enjoy providing it. I want to say gorgeous to those celebrating anniversaries. We also have a few of those this week, starting today. Dave and Linda LeBurge celebrate 29 years of marriage. Wednesday is George and Kebby Chapman, 42 years. And on Thursday, we have Dan and Kim Carlson, 38 years of marriage. Congratulations to all of you. Actually, Kim is Pat Johnson's sister, so a big shout out to you as well. And I did hear some good news this morning that there was a celebration in Chicago yesterday, and I want to say gorgeous to Sean and Amanda Murray, who were married yesterday at Gaelic Park in Chicago. Many of us know Sean's parents, John and Brenda Murray. John used to be here in the Detroit area. His father was president of the Gaelic League Irish American Club for many years, Chris Murray. So congratulations to Sean and Amanda. I know that it was a wonderful celebration, and exciting to even see your aunt from Ireland, Maureen, come in for the celebration and for all the Murrays to gather. Always a fun event. So wishing you a very happy life together. Now let's see, what's up next? We have, and I wanted to make mention that song, I keep going back to my notes, and it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't mention this one either. But that song by the Mahers was written by Brendan Graham, who is the brother of Colin Graham, part of Andy Cooney's group that we have met many times. And of course, Brendan Graham has many awards to his credit, many wonderful songs. But that song has been a big hit, and especially in regards to saving our world. Next up, we're going to hear from another wonderful Dublin entertainer that we are very fortunate to have here in the Detroit area, and who will be at this wonderful 25th anniversary celebration of Detroit Irish Radio on May 7th, and that's our good friend Endon Riley. And then this song is sung in Irish, and it's Let There Be Beauty. Yes, let's leave this world better than what we have, started with. Let's increase the beauty with flowers and trees and clean rivers and whatever we can do to help the environment. And then we're going to follow it with one that used to live here and now living in Ireland, and that is our good friend Kathy Ryan with a song she wrote, The Wildflowers. Enjoy.
Fech an narige, fech na carige, 𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐴 Close na tangacha, Támad ceangailte, 𝐿𝐴 Fas an Dillawan, Tin sé ó Glasgow down, Tin sé ó ground, 𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐴 Brishna drishacha, Brishna slowly mora, Bierchaluch down, Bierchaluch down, Bierchaluch down. Fasten dilla warm, think your glass go down, titten she on ground, be a galuch down, titten she se grey, ak je kunt tussen is zo te dansen is een galuch down. Be a galuch down. Be a galuch down. Be a galuch down.
Was the wild flowers I preferred, who owed nothing to nobody, but blossomed in the ditches and made their own way in the world. 'Twas the wild flowers I admired, done nothing to you, but driven from the garden, sang their own songs in the spring. You can have your lily, you can have your rose, that were taken and broken and bred by men. They were grafted and laid, twisted and tamed. But the wild flowers I enjoyed, they had nothing to do with you. They flowered by the roadside and wore their own colors in the sun. Before you, they'll be there after you. That will out, like your own true nature. You can try, that you never will defeat. The wildflowers I enjoyed, they had nothing to do with you. Vanished from the garden, they made their own way in the world, sang their own songs in the spring, and wore their own colors in the sun.
All right, I'm going to take a moment and say Abba Padre Sanadini Atah 10 to those that are in need of prayers at this time, including Bob Anderson, Sylvia Renee Aurora, Laura Bond, Judy and Tom Bruning, Bill Carney, John Couture, Kitty Durbin, Brian Dunleavy, Bruce Farrell, John Finnerty, Bridie Flynn, Ed Foley, Chris Furton, Mary Gold, David Aaron Keem, Howard Kelly, Nancy Kelly, Ann Kerwin, Gary Lane, Kathleen LaFleur, Kevin Lussick, Rick McMurray, Richard McNichols, Dee McNulty, Bridget Murray, Tom O'Halloran, Gertie O'Kennedy, Father Dan O'Sullivan, Joe Parsky, Mary Ann Quinn, Teresa Roddy, Marilyn Soloka, Chris Scanlon, Mary Sheehy, Sarah Turner, Lexon Williams, Joan Wisely, and your family members and friends that may be in need of prayers at this time, including those caregivers, the doctors, the nurses, the hospital staff, family members, all that help to make or help with your recovery, hopefully. And a big shout out for all of you that are saying prayers for a lot of the ones that are on our list. My brother-in-law, Tom Bruning, did have surgery this past week, and he came home yesterday. So we're praying for a good recovery, but he appreciates all the prayers that have been said for him and continue to be said for him. All right, this is a busy week. We have, as I mentioned, the pub quiz going on at the Gaelic League at 4 o'clock today, located down in Corktown, 2068 Michigan Avenue. Everyone's welcome to be a part of that. Admission for the game is $5. You can come in and just see if it's something you'd like to do. Just remember, you don't shout out answers or you're buying the house a drink. All right, and out down at Dunleavy's Irish Pub in Allen Park, there will be a preview fundraiser for the Motor City Irish Fest that's happening on June 10th, 11th, and 12th. But today, the fundraiser starts at 3 o'clock with continuous Irish entertainment. There will be all kinds of raffles, free admission, and food and drink available for purchase, as well as some merchandise. Later in the week, our good friend, Father Brenda McCarrick, is having their Downriver Missions fundraiser. It's being held at the KFC in Wyandotte, and that's at 3530 Biddle Avenue, just a little south of Eureka Road in Wyandotte. And they have raffle tickets that were $50 a piece, with the first prize being $3,500, and on a total of 10 different prizes. The beauty of this event is it's happening with some great entertainment. Our friend Kevin Murphy, who celebrated his anniversary yesterday with his wife Shelley, is going to be entertaining, as well as an Irish musical group from Wyandotte known as Mooncher. They put on little Irish concerts every now and then, part of the church community, but very talented as well. So come on down. It starts at 6 o'clock. There is food and beverages available to purchase that night. The drawing will probably be somewhere around 9 o'clock-ish, but come on down at 6 and enjoy food, good company of supporters of the Irish Palatine Missions, and all are welcome. And let's see what else is happening. Oh, the Ancient Order of Hibernians, their fish, our Friday fish dinners continue, and coming up this Friday, April 29th, the group Kavanaugh Plus One will be entertaining. So if you're looking for a night out, that may be another place for you to stop by. Let's see, and let's go into what's happening on Saturday. The Spring Fling. Yeah, it's next weekend. It's going to be very busy. We got all kinds of activities happening. Friday night is the Downriver fundraiser. Saturday is Spring Fling at the Gaelic League. This is being sponsored by the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance and 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐬, with music and entertainment provided by DJ Pat Johnson and those wonderful dancers. It starts at 7 p.m. or the doors open at 7. There will be snacks, a cash bar. Admission is $10 in advance or $15 at the door, and the proceeds will benefit the Gaelic League Emerald campaign. So nice, fun event to go to as well. And then Sunday we will save for our next round after these next selection of songs, but next Sunday, Bruce, you and I are going to be on the road. We're on the road every Sunday, but and we're making our home base the Gaelic League Irish American Club, which has been fun. And next Sunday we're going off to St. Patrick's Senior Center.
Yes, we want to see if we can do the same fine job that we do here over there.
Well, God willing, we will.
We will.
Don't get me nervous here.
Please tune in.
Please tune in. Come on by and say hello. Then we appreciate you doing that here as well.
You don't have to get on the air, but if you want to, we'll hand you the mic.
Yeah, you don't have to get on the air, but we always enjoy news.
Yes.
We enjoy sharing news. So if you have news to share, stop by. We're normally on the main floor when you come into the St. Pat's Senior Center, and usually in that little gathering room like a library, but they sell Charlie French's, the Irish bakers, there with his goods, and we do see some of the women from the LOH Fagan Division helping out. So that's kind of a nice little meeting, and the elevator's there, so stop by.
And we do need to remember to buy our product before everyone else gets to clear the table.
We don't do that soon enough, do we?
Yeah, we usually end up with whatever's left over.
Yeah, or going away saying doggone it. We were here before everyone else. Thank you. Nice little reminder. Next up, I'm going to play a couple songs from someone that we're trying to connect with, and somehow our connection isn't working, or their connection isn't working. But he's in Sweden, so we somehow will get David Rice on our program someday. But he's come out with a new album. It's Ireland in My Roots. He's Irish. Irish American folk musician that's now living in Sweden, but he was born, I believe, in Massachusetts and ended up in Colorado going to school, and seems like he's traveled a number of different places, plays many instruments as well, and to his credit, he has 66 published songs that he either wrote or co-wrote. So if you get the chance, go online and check it out. His name is David Rice. And the two selections that we're doing today, being that we're talking about protecting our world, the first one is Where Are We Going To? And then followed up with the song The Sun. And they are both on his newest album, which is Ireland in My Roots, a Celtic music. So have a listen.
I never understand why we hurt another man. It's only politicians wanting things from other lands. Talk about peace, they don't really understand. Nuclear warheads, where's the love for the common man? Oh, where are we going to? Isn't there another way for us to choose? There's people running everywhere, afraid of something in the love we didn't share. I don't know why so many people had to die. We stare at the TV, too many children cry. How did we grow up to be this way when living a lie? All we have to say. Oh, where are we going to? Isn't there enough another way for us to choose. There's people dying everywhere, looking for love, there isn't any there. Life's too short to go on this way, setting fire to the bed where we lay. Will men survive with so little time? War can be the end of all time. Where are we going to? Isn't there another way for us to choose? There's people running everywhere, afraid of something in the love we didn't share. Where are we going to? Isn't there another way for us to choose? Oh, where are we going to? Isn't there another way for us to choose? Oh, the sun, oh, how it shines. It tries to shine again. Let it shine on my head, down to my feet. It's no wonder the sun makes us complete. If I was a plant, I know I'd need it, or flowers floating on a river. Though I'm just a person warming my soul, take in the music, lose all control. Oh, the sun, oh, how it shines. It tries to shine again. Let it shine on my head, down to my feet. It's no wonder the sun makes us complete. If I was a bird, I'd fly around the sun, gliding through trees like wind in the air. Only I have no wings, my feet on the ground. I dream of sunlight where my soul can be free. Oh, the sun, oh, how it shines. 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 Oh, the sun, oh, how it shines.
All right, I'm excited to hear from this next caller. It's our good friend, Catrice Coleman-Betts. I don't know if Coleman-Betts is the proper way to go these days, but anyway, Catrice, our good friend from St. Pat's Senior Center. We just mentioned that we're so excited to be there next Sunday with the festival reopening after going virtual for 2 years. How are you doing, and are you all excited as we are to be getting back into the swing of a great big event?
Oh, yes, I'm very happy and excited and looking forward to seeing everyone again.
Well, good. And tell us a little bit about what's being planned. I know that during the course of the last couple of years, we've lost the founding member of St. Pat's Senior Center, Sister Mary Watson. Anything special going in that direction, remembering her?
Oh, yeah, so we truly miss our wonderful founder, Sister Mary Watson. She meant a lot to the Irish community, St. Patrick's Senior Center, and to myself. So this year we're going to dedicate this festival to Sister Mary and to the Fraternal Order of United Irishmen. So we're very excited. And at 1:15 on May 1st, we're going on the Charlie Taylor stage. We'll be remembering Sister Mary and thanking the Fooies who supported us all these years.
I was going to say, and what is it, 40-some years, isn't it, that this festival
45 years we've been having this festival. Myself, 23 for myself.
I was going to say,
I know, right? Like, wait a minute.
Oh, your mama was bringing you when you were a baby or before you were even born.
Feels like 45 years.
Yeah. Well, isn't that wonderful? And yes, we have to really give a big shout out to our friends, all the members of the Fraternal Order of United Irishmen that are so supportive of St. Pat's Senior Center, but they are so supportive of the whole Irish community, including Detroit Irish Radio. We just received a generous donation from them this past week, and a big thank you to our Fooey friends for all that they do. And so they're going to be honored as well. I like hearing that. So what else is being planned, Catrice?
We're excited about all the bands and singers that are coming back to our 3 stages. We have McSpillin, Black Murray, the Arden Academy, Wakefire, the Codgers, Terry Murphy, Shamrock Shore, and just to name a few of the entertainers that'll be helping us that day. And I really want to say much thanks to Pat Johnson and Peggy Spilker for setting up all the entertainers for that day. We could not do it without them.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, and then you have Pat Johnson, who has helped me get onto this CRB radio platform thing. Bruce always has to help me out here. Platform he's going to be the MC as well that day, right? Busy man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So very, very nice. And how about is this an event for children? People are wondering, can we be bringing our little ones with us? Do you have any?
Oh yes, it's a family event. We're not going to have our carnival this year, but we will have a kids art and creativity tent that will take place.
Oh, very
nice. And I
nice.
definitely could not. I always have to say thank you to Brian Dunleavy, because them along with the Fooies will be helping us with our bar and helping us to run the events for that day. We also will be having a large silent auction that one of our members has been working diligently on.
Oh, well, good.
And we work making food and just working on having a good time for that day.
Well, very nice. I know there's a number of people we're going to miss this year, and I know Margaret Kinney was one of the ones that was real big with the auction, and so it's nice that it's going to be continued with someone else stepping in and taking over that part. A lot of people like that. And for those of you that are not familiar with this festival, it is indoors and outside. For those that cannot stay outside or would rather be inside, or vice versa, it's throughout St. Pat's Senior Center building as well on the grounds. And do you have the food vendors coming back this year and ice cream and all that stuff?
We're actually preparing all the food ourselves.
Okay.
Charlie French from the Irish Bakery will be here along with the latest AOH.
Okay.
Running the tea room. I know COVID cases may be increasing a bit, and we're just asking people to come to the festival to just use their best judgment in keeping people safe. They can. We do recommend masks inside, but we just want to just do our best and keep people safe.
Right.
We'll have plenty of hand sanitizer, and we just want to count all our friends and just we all take care of each other.
As you have been for many, many years of taking care of everyone, and in particular, we really want to make sure that our seniors stay safe and healthy. I think I read somewhere that you might have some. Are you having a health clinic that day as well, or is that something that you do?
We will have some Madonna nursing students here providing some health information that day. I'm quite sure if people are interested in doing any COVID testing, it'll take place that day. As also, we also have our raffle tickets. We have a wonderful chair of cheer this year. We have 2 Irish quilts. And we also have the $100 raffle, just as before. For $100, you can win $10,000, $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000. And the entrance to get into the festival is $5. And with that raffle, you can win $1,000, $300, and $200. So we're full of raffles this year, just like before.
Hey, you know, what's an Irish party without a raffle, right?
True, so true.
Right. And you're so centrally located on Parsons Street. That's right between Woodward and Cass. And it's right behind Orchestra Hall. How's the parking this year? Are they going to be able to use the parking structure?
Oh, yeah. Yes, this year, as before, we were able to secure the parking structure, which is donated by Detroit Symphony Orchestra, so there'll be plenty of parking here at the center. And we've been working to get our building together, and I just want to thank everyone who helped contribute to St. Pat's, and a special thank you to Mike Kelly for Environmental Maintenance Engineers, and also for Don Lang from Four-Way Asphalt Paving, who assisted us with our parking lot.
Well, how nice. Yeah, it is a community effort, and it definitely is worth a good cause for all that you do. Could you, Teresa, just take a few minutes and share with our listeners of all that St. Pat's Senior Center does for the community, in particular for the older ones in the community?
Well, these last couple of years, we really tried to respond to the needs because things change with things that people are going through with COVID. So in addition to providing programs virtually, which we did during COVID, and when it's warm, we have all kinds of activities outside. We've improved our programs by providing carry-out meals, basic needs, delivery. So we've done a lot of shopping through Kroger to deliver free groceries to seniors, over $100 each month to individuals. So we served over 600 people with that program. Delivering PPE and COVID testing, just a lot of activities for older adults to just help them with these special needs which are taking place during this time.
On top of that, you kept up the feeding, not your normal routine of feeding the seniors lunch, but inside you have continued feeding and making sure that they had food by having outdoor packaged meal ready for them to take home and eat, and then another one for them for the following day, which is super, super nice. I mean, that's just a basic need, but so important for individuals.
Thank you. Food is extremely important to older adults.
Right, right.
And, you know, as we're looking forward to when it gets warm again, and so May 9th, we'll be working to open up the center again for people to come and eat inside. And we're just really excited to have all of our friends and family back home again.
Excellent. So Teresa is looking forward to being down there with you. If people are interested in getting those $100 tickets, or people that are unable to attend next Sunday's event, how can they contact you? Is the website the best way for now, or?
Yes, we have a new and improved website developed by our board chair, John Bentley.
Okay.
So you can look on our website, or you can call the center at 313-833-7080. And we're still looking for volunteers. So if you know anyone who can spare a few hours Please give us a call. Call our volunteer coordinator at 313-218-3759.
Would you repeat that so I can write that down? 313.
Okay. The number for St. Pat's is 313-833-7080. And our volunteer coordinator for the festival, their number is 313-218-3759.
Okay, very good. So those of you that are interested in helping, you need help just that day or days leading up to the festival next Sunday?
We could use some help days leading up to the festival.
Okay.
So it's that Thursday and Friday. Well, maybe Friday and Saturday.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I will be in touch with you. All right, Satrice. Anything else you want to share?
I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone. Hope you can come down and come by and just have a good weekend. Looking forward to seeing everyone.
Very good. We're all excited to be getting back out there and enjoying the music and being on the St. Pat Seniors grounds and seeing you. You and your smiley face and all those lovely seniors that you take care of. So God bless you and for all that you do. Appreciate the call in today.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, take care. That was Satrice from St. Pat's Festival. Reminder, it is next Sunday from 1 to 8, and admission is for adults $5, children $1, but you do get entered into a raffle where you could win $1,000 just by coming in the door. The 45th Annual St. Patrick's Irish Festival with music, dance, food, drink, family fun, and prizes. So that's at 58 Parson Street in Detroit. Parking is right across the street from the center. It's free parking in the orchestra hall parking structure. Lots of fun down at that festival for years. And Bruce and I will be there. We're looking forward to it. So with that, let's go back into some music this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Satrice. I didn't know she was singing in there, but God bless her. Wonderful person. We have the song The River by the group Arcady with Francis Black on the vocals, and then followed up with Sunlight on the Water with Phil Coulter.
I was born on the path of the winter winds, raised where the mountains are old. The springtime waters came dancing down, and I remember the tales they told. The whistling ways of my younger days too quickly have faded on by. All of their memories linger on like a light in a faded sky. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song every moment, and winding and free. You rolling old river, you changing old river. Let's you and me, river, run down to the sea. Well, I've been to the city and I've been back again. I've been moved by some things that I've learned. I met a lot of good people and I called them friends. Felt the change when the seasons turned. I heard all the songs that the children sing, and I've listened to love's melodies. I felt my own music within me rise, like the wind in the autumn trees. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song every moment, and why winding and free. You rolling old river, you changing old river, let's you and me river run down to the sea. Someday when the flowers are blooming still, someday when the grass is still green, the rolling waters will round the bend and flow into the open sea. So here's to the rainbow that's followed me here, and here's to the friends that I know. Here's to the song that's within me now. I will sing wherever I go. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song every movement, and winding and free. You rolling old river, you changing old river, let's you and me river run down to the sea.
Another event that's happening, it's not until Sunday, May 15th, is the United Irish Society's Jim DeWan Memorial Scholarship Award Presentation Luncheon. That's happening at the Gaelic League Irish American Club with special guests Eileen Newell and entertainment from band members of Inishkol, Tom Dooley and Marilyn Hodling, and featuring the artistry of Peggy Spilker. Those tickets are $40 each in advance sales only. If you'd like tickets, Peggy Shimatero, call at 586-329-9228. And I want to remind all of you that would like to be a sponsor or put an ad in their program book, that those those ads are due by April 30th. A copy of them this coming Saturday. So put that on your list to do if you haven't already. You can go to their website, which is jimdewanscholarship.com, or I guess that's the best place, and then you can email and get all the information. Of course, the application for those that are going to be the recipients of this scholarship have already, that deadline has already passed. But if you'd still like to be supportive of this program, you have till this coming Saturday to submit monies for sponsorship or ads, and also to get your tickets to that luncheon if you plan on going to the luncheon. I want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors who contribute to this program, but in particular to the Fraternal Order of United Irishmen, who have been very, very generous, are very generous up at St. Pat's, but throughout the Irish community, and definitely to Detroit Irish Radio. Thank you for your contribution received this week. We also want to thank the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, Motor City Irish Fest, Porrick Egan and Emerald Plumbing, Knights of Equity Court 6 and Daughters of Erin, Gaelic League Irish American Club, the Ancient Order of Hibernian Stephen Walsh, and Blessed Solanus Casey divisions, the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance and Kitty's Ceilidh, Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians Elizabeth Fagan, Catherine McCauley, Ethel Kennedy, and Rose Kennedy divisions, to Kevin and Shelley Murphy and Murphy's Restaurant in Retford, to Brian Dunleavy and Dunleavy's Irish Pub in Allen Park, Stephen Maloney and Maloney Tile in Marble, Father Brenda McCarrick and the Irish Palatine Fathers, John G. Irwin and EXP Realty, and Mike Kelly and Environmental Maintenance Engineers Incorporated. Your support is greatly appreciated. We do have up next from the Irish Cultural Forum, helped to present a program this past week at the Gaelic League. It was Aaron Agus An, or Bread and Butter. It was a fabulous presentation by Mankan Magan, and we are going to hear a little bit of an interview that I did with him after the program. It's too late for those of us in the Detroit area to get out to see him, but if you are in St. Paul, Minnesota this coming Saturday, I believe, or Sunday, he will be, or well, maybe it was today. Yeah, it's today that they're in Minnesota, but they will be, or I say they, because he had an assistant with him, but Mankind will be in Chicago at Gaelic Park, and he will also be in Milwaukee before he goes back to Ireland. So if you have the opportunity to see this Aaron Agus Bread and Butter presentation of food and the Irish language, it's well worth going to see. So here's a little interview by him, and then we'll follow it up with a little bit of an interview from our own local Irish language muncher or instructor, Brian Bull. There is the Irish Language Circle that have been meeting virtually, hope to meet back in person here at the Gaelic League on Wednesday evenings. So we'll hear those two talks now. Okay, we're with McCann.
McGann, yeah.
McGann. Would you tell us a little bit? You were here at the Gaelic League Irish American Club. You just put on a wonderful presentation of Iron Agus Am.
That's it, Iron Agus Am.
Which is bread and butter. And not only did you demonstrate making of the bread and allowing us to make the butter with you and with the help of all the ones that were in attendance, and then tasting, you gave us a wonderful, it was I want to say performance, storytelling both in English and in Irish. Tell us, this is your first time doing a tour here in America with this August. Yeah. Tell us a little bit how you've been received and what you have thought of where you were coming and of Detroit and where you're going, so those that are listening next Sunday will know where they can catch you if you're still in the States.
Yeah, so Iron Agus Am is a show in which I'm trying to explore the insights that the Irish language can give us into landscape and into the other worlds and into our own hidden psyches that we mightn't be aware of, and particularly into the culture. And it just turns out, because this language is so old, because we've been speaking Irish for 2,500 years in Ireland, it has all of these insights into old traditions that not only are connected to our ancestors, but the people who came before us. So they're all big concepts. And how do you explain those to an audience? I thought, if I could use bread and butter as a metaphor. And the thing is, I bake bread among the group of people, the audience, using flour from Irish and American farms, with water from local rivers or lakes, and then with these magical wild yeasts and bacteria that are the basis of sourdough. So actually they get to make a really good metaphor. And then I use sea salt from the Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of Achill. So that, with then the audience churning the butter, and butter is made from the land, from the grass, with the cattle eating it, and the cattle have been this key element in Irish mythology, in Irish sacred beliefs, in the Irish language. So it really is a way of talking about big ideas of both this world, the real world, and then the other world, the spirit world. Now, I've been doing the show in Ireland for the last 4 or 5 years. The Abbey Theatre first produced it and toured it around the country. And I wondered, how would such concepts ever work out in the United States and in Canada, particularly things like the other world, the fairy world. I thought, these people in North America would have been so disassociated from it. But I found the exact opposite. We have, first, not only our culture, but all ancient cultures share the same things. We got all our food from our environment. We farmed in sustainable, simple, basic ways. And we had a magical belief. We believed that there was wonder, there was magic, there was energy in the natural world. So actually I'm finding, mostly I'm going around Irish American centres, but a lot of people from all different backgrounds are coming. And they all seem to be chiming that we all people of all races, worked and were living more close to the land and the magical element that was in that land. So I'm finding the reactions have been phenomenal.
It is phenomenal. I just was so impressed, and look forward to seeing what you're going to bring to us next.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to.
And I think hearing that some of it was being presented in Irish, oh dear, we don't know anything about, some people aren't fluent, obviously, here in Detroit, but there's a few in the crowd that you had a nice little conversation with, including Brian Bull, our muncher. He
taught me things. Every time I do the show, I learn things, because either I meet people in North America who maybe haven't been back to the States, to Ireland for 40 or 50 years, but they remember things their mum or father told them. Or as you said, today, Brian, the teacher, had words that he had heard in Connemara that I never knew before. So this is a culture that is still alive, but is on the edge. So the minute you meet someone, either they'll remember something their father or their great-grandmother said, or they'll have heard in a class, or they'll have read in a book. So each time, and even from different cultures, as I say, we're all just learning about how our ancestors, before the modern age, used to live, used to dream, used to have their cultural beliefs, used to have their mythology. So every time it's just like, it's a sharing as much as anything else. It's a sharing of bread and butter, but of ideas and past histories as well.
And it's current and for the future as well.
Exactly.
Very, very nice. So where are you off to next?
So we now have a long drive ahead of us. We're going to St. Paul, to the Twin Cities, and then we're going to Chicago, to a few different venues in Chicago, and then we end up in Milwaukee on the 2nd or the 1st or the 3rd, the last day of April.
Okay.
Then I fly home to Ireland in May.
All right. So we do have time to get the word out for those of you that are listening in either Minnesota.
Exactly.
When are you there? Are you there before Sunday?
So that's St. Paul. So Minnesota and St. Paul are the same, aren't they?
Right.
And they're in 2 days' time. So today is Thursday, I think. Yes.
Right.
So Friday and Saturday. So we're performing on Sunday.
Okay.
In St. Paul's, and then we'll probably have a day, and then Chicago. 2 days in Chicago, and then Minnesota. No, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. All right. Well, we wish you safe travels.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely to be here. Slán and Slán.
Yeah. God bless. Okay, we're here with a Muncher for the Gaelic League Irish American Club, Brian Bowl. Brian, what did you think of tonight's presentation with McCann?
Oh, Fisher Cahall, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. Very interesting.
What was fun was to see the interaction between you and him, speaking back and forth, and then learning that what was being said between the two of you. Have you ever seen a presentation like this, or thought of doing a presentation like this?
I'm not a big baker, no. But I'm a big bread eater. I've seen not the same thing with bread, but I've seen other interesting shows. And this is an interesting show. It was fun.
Yeah, it was very, very nice, yeah. And tell our listeners a little bit about the Irish Language Circle. You're back in session in person, but do you still do virtual as well?
Well, we have done a number of in-person ones. We start in the fall. We did a few, and we have done a couple this year, although I now have moved up north, so I'm down here from time to time, but not too often, so maybe once a month-ish. But otherwise, we're on Zoom every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. Do any of your students gather here, or any ones that were...
They have not yet, but Seamus is talking about he wants to start doing that, about having people show up here. So even if I'm up north on a given week, have me be up north, and other people gather here and have a camera set up and that kind of thing. So
still do it.
Because that camaraderie is great, right? So like if I didn't live up north, then it would be great to be in here, right, in person. It's
right,
a lot of fun,
right.
There's trade-offs, right? Zoom and doing it on a computer gives you a lot of things. You can play snippets from 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲, right, the Irish language TV channel or the radio or whatever, and that kind of thing. But being in person is fun too. So.
Right. Well, we'll have to keep us posted so that those that are intrigued with being here tonight and wanting to learn more of the language will have an opportunity.
Yeah, I met a couple of people who were interested, so we'll see. Yeah.
Right. And it's nice if you can do it both ways.
Right.
A hybrid is obviously is something we've all learned in the last couple of years, and we know it works, and gives everyone an opportunity to participate if they'd like. So, very good. Anything else you'd like to share?
No. 𝐿𝐴 𝐿, nothing.
I was going to say a little Irish before we leave. All right. Take care. Slán Iwa,
Slán Iwa.
Okay, that was Brian Ball, the Muncher here, and they have a nice little group that they called it the Irish Language Circle, where people can sit around, kind of like a jam session or session, but where people learn from each other, and he was the guiding factor, and now they're kind of having to do Zoom because he has moved up north, but and I was not aware of that, but they do plan to meet back in person, and they can still do the hybrid where those that are unable to can be a part of it as well. we were talking about these different groups. The Gaelic League has formed during this last few years the Cultural Consortium, and this is a number of the different Irish organizations that have become the programming arm of the Gaelic League's culture, and different events are had, the Irish language being one of them, and Irish genealogy, which met on Saturday virtually, and Detroit Irish Radio, the GAA, both the youth, the harps, and the adults, the wolf tones, the dancers, and McCollum Set Dancing, and 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐴's dancers, the Ardana Academy of Irish Dance. I'm missing the house party with Lynn Reed that have had to do things virtually as well because they're over in Canada and weren't able to come to the Detroit area. So we thank all of them, and of course the UIS Jim Dewan Memorial Scholarship Program has joined this group as well, and all of them have added to our culture. So if you can be supportive of the various activities that happen, you're not only supporting these individual organizations, but you're also contributing to the continued growth of the Gaelic League Irish American Club of Detroit. With that being said, one of the groups that I didn't mention yet was the Detroit Irish Music Association. Diamond meets here once a month, the first Tuesday of the month, to have a session, a traditional Irish music session. It starts at 6:30, first Tuesday of each month. They're here in Detroit with the Gaelic League Irish American Club. And then on Thursdays every week, they meet out in Ann Arbor. The next session is coming up on Tuesday, May 3rd. Starts at 6:30. They have a session where it's for those that are just learning, and then they call it a slow session. And then they have an open session. It runs from about 6:30 to 9 o'clock, free to all the Diamond members, and a $5 suggested donation for non-members. So those of you that enjoy the music but don't play an instrument, or those that would like to learn, come on down and you can be a part of this wonderful event happening the first Tuesday of every month. Next up, we're going to hear a couple of selections. The Dublin City Today is a group that have gathered young musicians, singers, songwriters virtually. It's a virtual choir throughout the COVID, and they have each year sung a song, something around Earth Day, April 22nd. The first one Love, I believe was in 2021, and We Are the World. I played that last year for this group. Was in 2020, June 16 of 2020. So today we're going to have the opportunity to listen to both One Love and then follow We Are the World by a group of young teenagers, early 20s, singers, songwriters, musicians. That Port Cahill that I played earlier in the show today is part of this group. And Mia Black, who's part of the Black family, I think she's about 16 years old now, is part of the group. We'll hear from the Dublin City Today virtual choir.
One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright.
One love, one heart,
a question I really love to ask.
Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has their all mankind just to save his own beliefs?
One love.
What about the one
heart? Let's get together and feel alright.
As it was in the beginning,
One love.
so it shall be in the end.
One heart.
Alright, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when the man comes, there'll be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances go thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. One love. What about the one heart? One heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Praying to the mankind. Oh Lord. One heart. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
We can go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere soon make a change.
Oh, we're all part of God's great big family. The truth, you know, love is all we need.
We are the world, we are the children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day, just you and me.
Oh, send them your heart, so they know that someone cares.
And their lives will be stronger and free.
As God has shown us by turning stones to bread, so we all
Must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. That's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me.
to make it. We're saving our own lives.
It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children.
We are the ones who'll make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. Oh, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
We are the world.
We are the world.
We are the children.
We are the children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice to make it.
Oh, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a brighter day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own
lives. I guess we really make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, and we're saving our own lives.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice to make it.
Oh, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a brighter day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
We are the
We're saving our own
lives. I guess we really make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children.
All right. Yes, we are the world. We have some ones that are already here or getting ready for pub quiz at 3 o'clock. Excuse me, at 4 o'clock. They're here early, singing along with that and doing the arm movements. It was all wonderful. And with that, we want to thank our many individuals that help support this program. Nick and Peggy Cimitero, Brian and Pam Dunleavy, Kathleen Gallagher, Evelyn Carney, Peggy Walsh, Heather Lemus, Brian Maher, Donald and Marcia Detter, Richard McGee, Jim and Bev Murphy, Michael Goddard, Bruce Smith, Kitty Heinzman, Mary Ryan, Paul and Agnes Gowdy, Peter and Maura Dewan family, Peggy Gray, Michael and Eileen Berry family, Teresa Roddy, Aaron and Dave Keem, John Bentley, Kathy Baker, John and Mary John and Mary Bongiorno, Dan and Kathleen Partika, Barbara Sullivan, Michael Klein, Aileen Daniel, Bill and Marianne Knight, Gertie and Mauro Kennedy, Nora Martin, Doris McCarville, Bridget McCarville, Bob and Peggy Berger, Patrick Callagher, Karen Kelly, Patrick and Ann O'Hara, Sylvia Donahue, Nancy Kelly, Bob and Mary Beth Munt, John and Kathleen Trainer. And just a little reminder, if you have news to share with us, you can always email us at DetroitIrishRadio@gmail.com, or you can also Facebook message us, or even text. Text at 313-942-0159. Different ways to reach us. With that, we have time for, well, you know what? Do we have time for one right now? And then we'll come back. Okay. Because I want to do a recap of all the things that are happening. But let's go off with Dullahan, a group that we don't play often enough out of Ohio, with What You Do. Let's remember that as we try to protect our world.
What you do is your legacy. What you do is your life. Your thoughts and words mean nothing, but your actions will decide. If the man within the mirror looks proudly back at you, be strong in your convictions. Look hard at what you do. If you claim to love your brother and profess to make him strong, and you ridicule the beggar, can you reconcile that wrong? Can you see the face of hatred and then calmly turn the page? Does a child unlearn that lesson at the time he comes of age? What you do is your legacy. What you do is your life. Your thoughts and words mean nothing, but your actions will decide. If the man within the mirror looks proudly back at you, be strong in your convictions. Look hard at what you do. If you speak of true forgiveness, but your hands they push away, you'll find that your resistance is a tragic price to pay. When all the words are tallied, you may claim you never knew, but the truth, it isn't altered. What remains is what you do. What you do is your legacy. What you do is your life. Your thoughts and words mean nothing, but your actions will decide. If the man within the mirror looks proudly back at you, be strong in your convictions. Look hard at what you do. When you ponder life's reflection and the vision it reveals, do you drown in your possessions? Are the faces round you real? In the final valuation, what you own or who you knew counts only next to nothing. It's all in what you do. What you do is your legacy. What you do is your life. Your thoughts and words mean nothing, but your actions will decide. If the man within the mirror looks proudly back at you, be strong in your convictions. Look hard at what you do. If the man within the mirror looks proudly back at you, be strong in your convictions. Look hard at what you do.
Okay, keep that in mind as we travel each day on this earth, that we do what we can to make it the best that we can. And a little reminder, we've already heard the 25th anniversary celebration of Detroit Irish Radio on AM radio is coming up on Saturday, May 7th from 7 to 10 p.m. here at the Gaelic League in the hall. There's plenty of great entertainment lined up. And we want to thank Mick Gavin for making that possible, and Lyndon Riley, the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance, the Dalloway family, Ann Arbor musicians, Michael Gavin, and more. We'll have cake and soda bread and tea and all good stuff, but we appreciate you coming out. We appreciate you listening and being supportive, whether it was financial support or sharing news, all of it, or music. It's all very special. Thanks too to 𝐾Radio.com for allowing us to be a part of their platform now with 5 different Irish programs from Friday night through Monday afternoon, starting off with Bobby Brooks on Friday, Matt O'Donnell on Saturday, John Costello Sunday, along with myself, Kathleen O'Neill, and Bruce Smith on Sunday, and Pat Johnson on Monday. Check out their website to find out the exact times and how you can get that on your phone or your tablet or your computer, but enjoy the music. In fact, you can even get it through the radio in your car if you have the right knowledge. Just a quick reminder, the Palatines are having a fundraiser downriver this coming Friday night. You're welcome to be a part of it from 6 to 10 p.m. Our good friend Kevin Murphy is part of the entertainment, and they have raffle tickets as well to sell and raise funds. If you want more information, go to the irishpalatines.org website, or give them a call at 734-285-2966. Today, here at the Gaelic League, there is the pub quiz. It's the last one for the season. It won't resume until September because of scheduling here at the Gaelic League. So come on down today and enjoy the fun, or go out to Dunleavy's Irish Pub in Allen Park. And enjoy the fun there as they raise funds for the great Motor City Irish Fest. Starts at 3 o'clock, live entertainment and raffle tickets, food and beverages and merchandise available for sale. This coming Saturday is the Spring Fling here at the Gaelic League, being sponsored by the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance and Kitty Cayley. Music and entertainment also being provided by DJ Pat Johnson. Admission is $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and the proceeds go to the Gaelic League. And once again, the scholarship fund, those ads are due by Saturday. So get them in for the Jim DeWan UIS scholarship program that's going to have a luncheon here on May 15th. And lastly, we are going to be at the St. Pat's Senior Center, or the St. Pat's Irish Fest, next Sunday. So come on out, stop by, and share with us your news or songs you'd like to hear. We always enjoy being out in public, and we're so happy to be down here at the Gaelic League. You can hear a little bit in the background as people start to gather for the pub quiz. With that, we're going to go out with Dee Dannon. The song is The Lark on the Strand. Thank you for tuning in to Detroit Irish Radio at 𝐾Radio.com. I want you to enjoy the week. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. 𝐶𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲𝐢𝐭 𝐈𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡 𝐑𝐚𝐝𝐢𝐿air, 𝐶𝐞𝐭𝐫